Hello, and welcome to Mind and Money Show, where we talk all things mindset, money management, and our entrepreneurial journey. Along the way, we're going to throw in some amazing guests for good measure. I'm Shane Hyland.
I'm Gareth Shears. This show is going to change your life and teach you skills that school never taught you.
Boom.
Okay, so today's topic is going to be about how to invest in stocks. Now, I'm not going to give you financial advice here because I can't do that on camera. But what I am going to do is kind of give you an outline about how actually you should really be thinking about investing for the future. So why should you listen to me? So I'm Gareth Shears and I'm a chartered financial planner. I hold the highest qualifications in the financial services profession in the UK. And one side of that is I actually still advise clients. So I'm not one of these kind of fake financial advisors you see all over YouTube and all over the internet who say I'm a qualified financial advisor. Well, there's a difference between just being qualified and actually advising clients. So I still advise clients on the ground. I'm still boots on the ground. I still kind of deal with clients. I still deal with clients' wealth every day of the week. So I understand it. I understand clients. I understand real financial planning. So that's why I think you should listen to me. So let's get back to the topic, how to invest in stocks. Okay, so we're not going to be talking about individual funds here, but what we are going to be talking about is actually investing is overcomplicated. Everyone talks about you need a bit of crypto, you need a bit of this, you need Bitcoin, you need all X, Y, and Z, NFTs. Okay, everyone overcomplicates it and everyone goes to the big, shiny thing which is currently the buzzword, okay? And at the moment, crypto is no longer a buzzword because if you actually look how much it's dropped, and I've got a good example of that. So I bought £300 of Bitcoin shares just to use purely as an example for clients. Now, we'll put on screen now what that kind of looks like. So, let's have a look. So I invested back in, let's see how long ago it was, all time. So I invested in, in May 2021, I invested £300 in cryptocurrency Bitcoin. Okay, now, that was the buzzword of the time. The reason I did £300 was because I wanted to prove to clients how volatile it was because it was a huge, huge buzzword. Okay, so my £300 at its very highest peak got to £344 in November 2021. Then, what do you think it's worth today? Well, actually, you'll see on the screen now. It's actually worth, as of today, £81.49. So that's a huge drop. That's extremely volatile investment. So I invested £300, which is now worth £81.49. So since its high of £344, it's now worth £81. That investment has dropped 75% since I invested it. So that is extremely volatile. But the danger with that is it's going to now grow itself back to £300 before I make any profit. So that's going to involve it having to grow exponential amount of money to actually get that money back. Now that's going to take a long, long time. But coming back to investing in stocks, okay, do not invest in what you read in the paper saying this is the next best thing, this is the next best stock, this is the top stock at the moment, okay. The whole idea is buying a well-diversified global portfolio, invest in the capital markets of the world, and invested in the great companies of the world. Okay, not trying to time the market, trying to pick the best fund, just invest in a very simple, globally diversified fund and take a long-term view on it. Okay, it's not about trying to make short-term gains and trying to get on these FX apps and make money by quickly trying to trade it, because unless you really know what you're doing, it's an absolute fool's game. I think I read some statistics that actually amateur investors on these FX platforms actually have made no money. That's a huge thing because they're effectively trying to gamble their money. Okay, when actually it's all about finding a low-cost, diversified portfolio, investing in the great companies of the world, and I'll talk more about those in another video, what I mean by the great companies of the world, and taking a very long-term view. Your ideal is to invest some money for the long term you can totally forget about and lose your logins to it for that time and just let it run and run and run and let the power of compounding and the long-term prospect of investing just take over. We say to our clients, when you're setting up your money, you need to have your short, medium and long-term pots, okay? So your short-term is your things you're going to use in the next sort of 3 to 5 years. So that might be to pay for a holiday or buy a house. And then your medium pots is your things that might be a kind of looking for maybe investing some money for your kids to go to kind of school or for your kids for a deposit for a house. So that's another investment, okay? So you have your short term, which is probably your cash investment, and I wouldn't risk it on the markets. Your medium term, you can probably take a little bit more kind of risk with that. But then your long term is your pension investments, your things for retirement, things you go in the 20, 25 years in the future, which you can totally forget about, okay? And that's generally your 10 plus investment horizon. That's your long term pot, which you can totally forget about. Okay, so don't try and jump in on crypto, jump in on the new NFT or any of these wonderful buzzwords which are knocking around at the moment. Just play the simple game. But what I will always say when you're investing, don't read the papers, go and find a suitably qualified financial planner or financial advisor who you can pay a fee to give you some advice on how you should really invest your money. Okay, don't listen to some of this nonsense you see on the internet where people are saying you should just invest in the S&P 500, you should just invest in the FTSE 100. Get some real advice about how you should invest your money from a financial advisor, financial planner who has your best interests at heart. Okay? So investing should be simple. It's hugely overcomplicated on the internet, but you can really simplify it down. Just play the long game, pick a portfolio and forget about it. So that's my kind of idea of how to invest in stocks. It's not about picking the number one stock at the moment or the best performing stock this week or this month. It's about picking a well-diversified portfolio, investing your money and forgetting about it and letting the power of compounding take over.
Thanks for listening, and if you enjoyed this episode, then please subscribe and remember to follow us on social media for more content like this.